Greetings, I am Goth Girl, 1989, here to recite some dark poetry, originally written by Pakhtoon. His AKA is Antidote to Love. First poem, Incessant Bleeding. Once again I raised my pen and started to bleed. The world's evil seed forced me to do these evil deeds. The innocent inwardly screams, but the more it breeds, nothing to need, full of greed. I want to go to heaven, but don't want to die. The devil grinned and poked his needle in my eye, and pushed me into the depths with a smile and a goodbye. Wingless to fly, tearless to cry. Serpentine swirls of lust, around a heart so tainted with dust. Shackled in the cursed world of disgust, betrayed to believe, deceived to trust. Forced to confess with a broken beak, losing my hope, I frayed by the strings so weak. Bleeding to live, my wounds are a leak. Tongueless to speak, silence to shriek. Living a fate worse than death, as a fiend so sharped with wrath. Misanthropa, into me is born to hate. Antidote to love, negate to faith. They didn't even let the death as choice. Between the shame and guilt, I tried to poise. A sound that cracks my skull, and bold it grows. Once a voice, now a noise. Next poem. My friend's poem is Cursed. My entire core and senses are cursed. In the attic of my skull, whispers screaming. Driving me crazy, I am gonna burst. Abomination and hatred, I am filled with shrieking. I crawl towards the answers, like a wounded ghoul pleading for mercy, losing my strength and faith once I fancied, lying in the cradle of sins unguilty. As a phoenix, I reincarnate, but more filthy, traitors twisting their daggers deeper in my back, and the blood slithering in my veins feels a smoke. Death is near, whispering in my ear. I beg for a chance, but no one dares hear. Trembling I stand, my eyes filled with tears. Suffering immortal pain and the ultimate fear. I drop to the hard ground, losing my hold. Creeping weak and embarrassed of my own soul, so embarrassed to beg my own Lord. That was dark poetry by Wicked Pakhtoon, who has requested me to recite his dark poetry, somewhat rhyming, somewhat not. I know I'll be celebrating the end of this year, thinking about the darkness that I will be sharing with Tosco, whose main account went down, and for a brief moment he was with me on this side, but was pulled back, for he had another vessel to hold his spirit. Happy New Year to all you dark creatures, and to all you blind sun worshippers. Good night, good night, good night, good night.